Let me explain how this is going to work, because you weren't awake for that time. So this is the ultrasound. To give you orientation again, because I don't think I ever really discussed this. This is ultrasound probe. So this will be vagina. Okay. What you'll notice is that little white line, that is going to be my place of work, but it's actually going to be closer to the probe. Okay. So I'm going to move the ultrasound probe so that the ovary is going to sit right next to the probe with a very thin layer of vagina at that point. Then I'm going to give you a little bit of local anesthesia. Okay. Before I give it to you, I will say breathe in. You're going to breathe in through your nose. You're going to hold it. Nothing's going to happen. Then I'm going to ask you to blow out like you're blowing a balloon, pursed lips. When you blow out, you might feel a tiny pinch, but the harder and longer you blow, the less you'll feel. That is the local anesthesia. So both sides. Egg retrieval is the same way. Breathe in, nothing's going to happen. Blow out, maybe a little pinch. If you want to watch, you'll notice that big black circle. You'll see a little white dot go into the big black circle. That's the tip of my catheter. And at that point, you're going to hear a funny beeping noise in the background. That is the pump. We're going to aspirate and pull the fluid in, and it's going to go into a test tube in Yukiko's hand. Once that follicle collapses, Yukiko will cap that tube. If you're curious, because you were asleep at this point, she's going to show you the fluid. You've never seen your fluid before. Very few women have. We're going to pass it through this window into the laboratory embryologist. There's an incubator microscope that's connected to the microscope. My embryologist is going to pour the fluid in a Petri dish. We're going to start looking for your egg. Your egg will look a little bit like the inside of a chicken egg. Egg whites, and we're going to look for the little yolk. That's going to be what we were looking for. Now, the egg sometimes doesn't come out immediately because it's a speck of dust, essentially. You'll notice I haven't moved. So what we're going to do is, if we don't see the egg, we'll fill up the follicle back up with a solution safe for the eggs. And then we're going to just basically clean the follicle back up, suction it up again. Okay. Good eggs will come out within 2 to 3, what we call flushes. Okay. And we'll move that along, and this should take probably about 10 minutes, okay, maximum. Okay. Questions?
No.
Okay.
I'm just excited to see what this looks like.
Yeah, I'm excited too. Okay. So these are the 2 nice follicles on the right. Right there. I'm going to raise the table. Don't be alarmed. You're going to breathe in and blow out. And you're going to relax. You might feel a little pinch here or there. You're going to feel the slight burning of the local anesthesia. You're going to feel a lot of pressure, obviously. Now I'm going to start getting closer. This may start to get a little more sensitive. Okay, that's the right side. Let's take a look at the left side. We'll give the right side, even though the anesthesia works very quickly, since we have follicles on both sides, let's take advantage of that. Breathe in and blow out. And relax. And you can breathe very normally at this point. Once again, pinch here or there. A little burning from the local anesthesia. And the constant pressure of the ultrasound. So we're going to start with the right side. How are you doing so far?
Great.
Great. Breathe in and blow out. And relax. So I'm in the follicle right now. Any sharp sensation should be melting away. You may have a little cramping. You're welcome to gently rub your belly if it bothers you. And that's what an egg retrieval feels like. How are you doing?
Great.
Excellent. So we're draining the fluid. It's going into the test tube in Yukiko's hand. Okay. I think we have it fully emptied. I'm going to stay in that position. Yukiko is going to cap the tube. This is what the fluid looks like if you're curious.
Oh, wow.
And then we're going to pass this to the embryologist. And I'm going to stay in position just in case the egg doesn't come out immediately. We see lots of cells, no egg yet. Lots of cells. Let's see, where is that egg? Lots of egg whites there. This clump, maybe there's something in that clump. Okay, we'll focus that a little bit and we'll show you right there. You see that? That's your egg.
Oh,
That little sun.
wow.
Okay, so that's 1 for 1. Let's go to the next one. We're okay to move forward? Yep, great. Breathe in and blow out. And relax. This is not the lead follicle. Yeah. Go ahead and change, please. Okay, I'm going to stay in that position. And Dr. Kropp, our embryologist, will look through the fluid to see what we have in the second follicle. You see some egg whites there, the cumulus cells. Let's see if we have it. Beautiful. Probably just a little bit off screen. Oh, there it is, right there. So 2 for 2. Let me make sure there's nothing else on this side. We're going to move on to the left side. We got the 2 follicles on the right. And here's that big follicle that we wanted on the left-hand side. So I'd like you to take a deep breath in and blow out. And relax. The worst is over.
That was nothing.
Good. Excellent. So this is your lead follicle, your biggest follicle. We'll keep track of this in the laboratory. Go ahead and change, please. I'm going to stay in position. Pass this to our embryologist. And we'll see if the egg comes out sooner than later. Oh, is that it? Yep. Wow, that came out nice and easily. 3 for 3.
That was so easy.
Okay, very good.
It was easy for me.
Very good. So everything went really well. The eggs came out really nicely. As I said, the estrogen looks really good. And we'll get them fertilized, and cross your fingers and pray we have some good news for you before next weekend, even better news the following weekend.
Okay, thank you so much.
Very good.
Doctor.
Take care.
Thank you.
Thank you, everyone.
I feel great. I feel like I felt the way before I walked into the procedure. I have no pain. I feel perfect. I feel like I could go about my day, and I could continue on with any of the plans that I may have had previously. Yes, I actually really prefer it this way because I felt like I could see everything that was happening, and I was able to communicate with the team and with the doctor, and he was walking me through every step of the process, which made me feel far more comfortable than being completely out and not knowing what was happening while I was under general anesthesia. So Of course, beforehand, you have to stop eating and drinking the night before at a certain time, and when you walk in, there's more to it. There's more processes. There's more protocol that goes into it. Whereas this is, you walk in, you provide your information, they take your vitals, and I think I took a couple Advil previously as instructed, and then I went in. He gave me the local anesthesia, which I did not feel at all. I didn't feel the needle at all that he used, and I felt absolutely nothing. There was no pain. There was a little bit of pressure because that's normal, that sensation, but there was no pain. There was no discomfort. I felt completely at ease and completely comfortable with everything that was happening. When I had general anesthesia, of course you feel like you have less control because you don't know what's happening because you are out. So that's a little bit unnerving that you don't really know what's happening while you're under general anesthesia, but and I also what I appreciated about this process was that I got to see everything. I got to actually see what my fluid looked like. I got to see what my egg looked like. I heard immediately while they were, the embryology team was counting my eggs. They told me how many eggs. I'm walking out of here feeling completely comfortable with the entire process because I know exactly what you all were seeing, I was seeing as well. And it makes me feel like I have a little more control over a situation that I feel like I have no control over. My last procedure, I didn't do the mini IVF. I did standard IVF. It wasn't really tailored to me personally. It was probably a very standard protocol, whereas this one I actually had, it was made for me and made for my hormone levels, made for my body. It's almost like there was a little bit of art to the science, and I think because of that, it was probably a little more successful because all of the follicles produced eggs, whereas before, not all of the follicles produced eggs. So I'm very pleased with the care that I've received here.